All right, this section is section 2.4, composition of functions. And our goal is I can write the composite function g of f of x given g of x and f of x. And this is one of those things that's going to sound really like, oh my goodness, I don't think I can do this. This is another language. But if you just be patient, let me work you through this, I think you'll find that it's not as difficult as it sounds. So the first thing you're going to want to do is pick up a study guide or print out a study guide. Again, if not, you can take your own notes. But what does composing functions mean? Well, composing functions is linking. It's linking them together. When you think of g of f of x, you're putting the two together. How do you compose functions? You use the output of the first function as the input for the second function. There are two ways to compose functions, f of x and g of x. You can either take f of g of x, as here you read from the outside, f of g of x, or you can do g, again read from the outside, g of f of x. Okay, on each one, the independent variable is x. Your input is the x. It's the independent variable, the first one. If you look at this one then, g depends on x, and you just go in order, and f depends on g of x. This is the part where you're probably just writing down what I'm putting and kind of going, what in the world? And you'll kind of see when we do the next two sample problems. So on this one then, f depends on x, and g depends on f of x. All right, so now we're going to use the steps to find, compose, to find each composite function. So if we want g of f of x, we start with f of x. Here's f of x. Okay, well, I'm sorry, we want f of g of x. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with f of x. F of g of x is equal to, we're going to take g of x, and we're going to substitute that in to the f of x. And wherever there's an x, we're going to replace every x in f of x with g of x, right here. So we're going to take this x right here, and we're going to replace it with the g of x. So this is equal to, instead of x squared, it's going to be 2x plus 3 squared, and then you still have a plus 1. That's all it is. Now, if they may ask you to, I'm not sure, but you might be asked to simplify, in which case we'd have to spend a few minutes reviewing. You would take 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3, because that's 2x plus 3 squared, and add 1, and you'd have to multiply that out. I don't think they're going to ask for that. We're just kind of looking for compose the two. All right, and again, I'll do an example of each, and then we'll have an assignment to look at, and we'll kind of practice a whole bunch together. So what if it was the other way, if you wanted g of f of x? Well, g of f of x is equal to, now we're going to do it the other way. We want g of f of x. So we're going to take f of x in the red, and we're going to put that in to the x in the g. So that's equal to 2 times, when we want g not of x, but g of f of x. So we're going to put the whole f of x, this, in there, the x squared plus 1. So 2 times x squared plus 1. Then there's still a plus 3. And that's all there is to it. Now again, you may be asked to complete the math. This would be 2x squared plus 2 and then plus 3, which would be 2x squared plus 5. Done. All right, so what I'd like to do is print out the checkup, or else get it from me in class. And if otherwise, you can just write this down. These are problems from the checkup. There's 10 problems. We probably won't do all of them, although we can. But let's start with all of these. All they want us to, and all I wanted you to do in the beginning was find g of f of x. So we're not going to do it both ways. We just want g of f of x. So again, to make something complicated sound simple, all that means is we're going to take f of x and put that in for x into the g. So g of f of x is equal to 2x, put that in there, plus 1. That's it. That's all we're doing. If we want g of f of x here, we're going to take f of x and put that in for x in the g functions. So that's equal to 2 times x plus 1 and then minus 1. Either leave it like that, or again, this might be one where they'd say, okay, well, if you multiplied it out, that'd be 2x plus 2 minus 1, so it would be 2x minus 1. Okay, what about this one? There's a squared. We want g of f of x, so we're going to take f of x. We're going to put that in right there for the x. So the only difference is because it's squared, we're going to have to square it. So g of f of x is equal to x plus 5 squared. I'm hoping by now I know in class when I taught this, kids were like, oh, I get it now. It's making sense. I can do this. And at first they were like, what in the world? So again here for number 4, g of f of x. You're going to take f of x and put that in. So g of f of x is just equal to x minus 1 cubed. Done. Same thing here, g of f of x, put that in right there for x. So g of f of x is equal to x plus 6 squared minus 1. Done. Put this in for x here. So g of f of x is equal to 3 times, this is going to look a little complicated, x minus 4 to the third minus 2. G of f of x, we're going to put it in there. So g of f of x is equal to 2 times x squared plus 4 plus 1. This is where they probably for sure simplified it. So it's equal to 2 times x squared plus 5. And you can even simplify that to 2x squared plus 10. May as well do all of these, why not? G of f of x, so if I put that in for x there, g of f of x is equal to 3 times, and you're just going to do x plus 2 instead of the x. You're going to replace it and say that's to the 4th. Done. So g of f of x is equal to x squared plus 2, and then that's squared because that just went in here, right there, and then minus 2. So g of f of x here is equal to x minus 10 and then plus 8. Now for sure that would simplify to x minus 2. All right, so I know you were probably like, whoa, this is crazy. I can't do this. What? But give it a try. Okay? Go back if I went too fast and relook at some of these problems if you need to. If you've looked at it and you can make sense of it and you think you're ready to go with those goals, the standards that we put at the beginning, go ahead and you're ready to take the quiz on Apex on 2.4.3. That's the quiz you're ready to take. Good luck.